Alright, so in the previous lecture we created a 3D line plot, I guess you'd say. And this lecture and the next 2 or 3 lectures we're going to be creating some other 3D graphs, okay? So I'm not going to be wasting your time with colors, labels, stuff like that. I'm going to make these lectures straightforward. We're just going to be creating the 3D graph and I'll explain what's going on, okay? So we have our from MPL toolkits and the matplotlib stuff. We have our fig. And we have this fig add subplot projection equal to 3D, okay? These X and Y, Z values are all fantastic. We don't have to change them at all. But since we're creating the next chart actually that we're gonna be creating is going to be a scatter plot. So the reason I didn't do these in the 2D module is because I wanted to save them for the 3D. I don't like repetition. So we're going to be doing these in the 3D module. Hopefully you can figure out how to do them in the 2D. Again, if you have any questions, as I create these 3D graphs, and if you're wondering how to create them in 2D, you can ask me. I'll definitely try to answer, or I'll answer your questions. So to create a scatter module, all you have to do is you have to say chart.scatter, and then you want to scatter the X, Y, and Z, the coordinates, okay? Then I'm going to say color is equal to red, and I'm going to say marker. So basically marker is how the scatter plot is going to look like. Each dot on your scatter plot needs to look like something. It can be an X, it can be anything you want. Normally you do O. O is basically a circle, it's plain and simple. So chart.scatter X, Y, Z, color red, marker is equal to O. If you don't know what a scatter plot is, it's basically a bunch of dots scattered on a plot. Pretty straightforward. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. You can definitely search on Google for charts and stuff. This whole module actually is meant for data analysis, so if you're interested in this sort of stuff, definitely dive deeper into this module and stuff. Again, I'm only touching the basics of what you can do, but there are tons of things you can do with the matplotlib and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and set the X, Y, and Z labels just because it's nice to know what's going on. Sometimes it gets really confusing. X label is equal to, I'm sorry, what am I doing? X axis, I guess, which I don't know what you want to say. Chart.set Y label is equal to Y axis. And then you're going to say chart.set Z label is equal to Z axis. So Indians say it Z. That's just how we like to say it. I mean, people differ. You can say Z, you can say Z, doesn't really matter. But that's it. We set our 3 labels and we have plt.show. So Command S, F5, and now I'll be showing you how a scatter plot is, and it's pretty nifty. I guess that's what you'd say. So this is our scatter plot, okay? And again, scatter plot is basically a bunch of dots representing values. And take a look. So we have our X-axis, our Y-axis, and our Z-axis or axis, and these are our dots. So as you can see, the O represented those circular dots. We have all these dots in a red color, and it looks pretty neat. One thing I definitely want you to know, and it's actually very useful, the coders thought of it one step ahead, is that take a look at these dots. Suppose we save this image, and you were wondering, is this dot closer or is this dot closer? You can definitely tell. One is that, I mean, if you were moving it, this dot definitely seems to be more in front. And second of all, you can tell by the shade of the color. So this red dot is definitely closer. If we do zoom in, however, let me try zooming in here. It's not letting, what? I'm probably doing something wrong. Anyways, but if you do zoom in and stuff, you'll notice that this dot is a slight shade of red lighter. You can definitely tell the difference, and that's how these guys have made it so that you can tell the difference of which dot is closer to you. Otherwise, if these were the same color, you'd be confused and you'd think, what's going on? Anyways, awesome job. This again wasn't too long of a lecture. We literally did the same code except we created a scatter plot. This scatter plot, again, you can change the color, you can change how the data is, you can change maybe the markers, stuff like that. But this was a very basic scatter plot. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever on our 3D plots, on our 2D plots, on the matplotlib module, please do ask. I'm always there. And this is the end of the lecture. Now, in the next lecture, we'll be creating multiple data sets for a scatter plot. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next lecture.